What's up, guys? It's Andy, and today I just wanted to film a little update and then also do a different kind of video about my rabbit Hobbson. And first I wanted to start off with, I am sorry about the lack of horse content over the last 2 weeks. My lesson last weekend ended up getting canceled because my trainer got coronavirus. And then this past Saturday, because it's Sunday today, I ended up training with the assistant trainer, and we're not really allowed to have like spectators, so I couldn't have anyone film. Plus, Paul was gone getting deer camp ready for hunting season. So I also don't have a lesson this Saturday because I have to work. Unfortunately, that means that we won't have any more horse content until November, but I still wanted to put something out. And as of today, my cleaning guinea pig rabbit cage video is the highest viewed video on my channel, which is really strange because most of my content is equestrian content. That's who my subscribers are. And yet the rabbit video got more views. I don't know how. We've cracked 100 though. Like, that's a milestone. Finally having a video that has over 100 views. I never thought the day would come because it has been more than slow trying to get a YouTube channel up without an additional Instagram or other social media. So I'm really proud of that, really excited for that. So today what I'm going to do is film a deep cleaning video and kind of like the daily routine for me and my rabbit. I don't have my guinea pig anymore, as I've mentioned in my other videos. He had to be put to sleep in February because he had basically the guinea pig version of congestive heart failure and possibly cancer. So he had a lot of fluid in his lungs, and so he had to be put down because he wasn't doing well. He lost consciousness at the vet's office. It was just like a whole big thing. I did have him cremated. He is still here with us in spirit. I have his little cremation area over by my TV because he used to love to watch TV. And he'll be coming with us to our first house that we buy. And then we'll be spreading his ashes there because he didn't get to make it to our first house. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start with the footage from when we wake up all the way until he gets put to bed at night. He's got little routines and things. He does all sorts of different craziness during the day. And I'm going to try my best to catch that on film because I'm not going to lie, most of the day he sleeps in his cat bed and it's not very exciting. But I'll try to also insert clips of things that I've caught over the last few months of him being crazy and running around. And I'll kind of do a voiceover of his story once I get started filming. So let's go ahead and get cleaning. So this is my rabbit Hobbson. He was born May 5th of 2015, so he's like 5.5 now. So he's about midway through his life, though he's certainly, as you can see, had a few run-ins with getting stuck and death and paralysis. That's where he used to like to sleep. He wasn't paralyzed there. And he has just been such a crazy little guy to have in our lives. And he used to be friends with the guinea pig that we had. And so now he's just kind of chilling solo. He's a very good bun. I wouldn't replace him for anything. So this is where he's kept overnight. He has to be in a small area because he cannot control himself and he has hurt himself and he has destroyed our townhouse that we're renting. So at night we essentially kennel him into a smaller area where he can't rip up the carpet. And then we expand out his playpen in the morning because he can be supervised. My boyfriend's working from home because of coronavirus, and I'm home 2 days during the week as well, so we can kind of keep an eye on him. And so he's got a cat bed, cat litter box, some blankets, food and water bowl. He used to be on a water bottle, but when he could no longer be in a cage, which I'll touch on, we had to switch him to a bowl, and he drinks a lot more water now. So I would highly recommend that for anybody who has a rabbit. Give them a try with a water bowl. So basically, the reason he's not free range is he used to be, and he kind of goes off into a daze and seems like he sees things that aren't there. Whether or not our townhouse is haunted is another story for another time. But he was coming down the stairs and something spooked him. I'm not going to say whether or not my boyfriend has claimed to see a man standing on our stairs. But basically, something scared him when he was on his way down because he used to do the stairs by himself. He'd go on our bed, like do whatever he wanted. And so he jumped from the stairs and he ended up running across the room so fast I couldn't even see what happened. And when I found him behind the chair, he was huffing and puffing and I thought he was going to have a heart attack. And then I noticed he could not use his back legs anymore. So I'm bawling. I take him to the emergency vet. $600 later, he didn't break anything because that would have been a death sentence. So she's like, well, give him a chance on some antibiotics and anti-inflammatory, and we'll just make sure that he's comfortable. So he still had his cage at that time. He used to have his cage for nighttime, and he would jump in and out and come out during the day. Well, now he obviously couldn't jump in and out of the cage anymore. So we used it while he needed to be isolated, and we made it very tiny for him so that he couldn't move around a lot. We really needed him to rest. And he regenerated those nerves, and within 2 weeks, he was back to normal. I had some video. I can't find it. I wanted to put it here, but he used to run sideways because he couldn't use his left side. He is totally fine now. As you can see, he's hopping around, and I'm really glad that he's doing well. But we can't keep it, and that was even on a day where I had the time to pay attention to him and keep a close eye on him. And it still happened, and I can't afford for that to happen again, nor do I want to go through the stress of that, and I'm sure he doesn't either. There was a long car ride involved to get to the emergency vet, and it was just really unfortunate. So he now has a playpen area, which he will argue the grass is always greener on the other side. No matter how large we make it, no matter where we move it to, he always chews on the carpet to try and get out. So we are just kind of dealing with it, and he gets a lot of exercise. He runs around a lot. We have a lot of toys for him. We spend a lot of time petting him and playing with him and bringing him out to watch TV with us, though he's not very cuddly as he gets older. He's kind of cranky. So he's just kind of living life. When I clean his cage, I usually don't go this in depth, but I wanted to do a deep clean for you guys. So I usually start out by vacuuming up all the clumps of hair and poop that are laying around. I'll move out all his toys. I put back the food that he didn't finish so I can give him a fresh bowl because I'm going to wash it, as well as his water dish. I try and do this once a week where I can get everything really clean, and then I spot clean his litter box only and obviously vacuum every other day. So I usually do that on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Sometimes I'll spot clean on Saturdays, but I usually do the full cleaning like I did today on Sundays. So, other than the normal cleaning, I actually ended up dusting and going through all the shelving where I keep all of his extra stuff. I use Exquisite cat litter. It's recycled paper base. There's the clumpy type, and there's also the paper tubes. I like the finer bedding, as that's what I used to use with my guinea pig. And now I kind of do a combination for him because I need the crumbles to be absorbent and the tubules to weigh it down, because he is just an absolute nightmare. He digs up, if it's really loose bedding, he'll dig it up and dig it out of the litter box, and it creates a huge mess basically. So I'll vacuum out all the dust out of his litter box. I'll spray it down with some Nature's Miracle and let it sit while I dust everything else, and then I'll put some bedding back in there. He'll get fresh food, fresh water, and then we'll go in and start giving him a groom, because boy is he shedding.
think, Habbers? Are you angry? Are you angry that I locked you up? He's mad. Are you asking for a cookie? There you go.